Hi guys, welcome to my Flosstube update. It is Thursday, March the 6th, so I'm back. I'm only one day adrift right now. Well, I'm technically 2 days adrift because I run Wednesday to Wednesday, but better than last week. It's been an easier week. We're still currently in hospital. Eyes were checked yesterday, very inflamed still, but he's seeing bits and bobs, which isn't a miracle. It's just waiting for things to settle down now. Fingers crossed for a discharge in the next couple of days. So hopefully the next time I make a video, I'll have him home. It has been a long time and I am very weary of visiting. Not Richard, that's fine. I'll visit him forever. But that hospital is actually doing my boxing now. The parking machines never work. It's just, I'm just over it, you know? So we will see how things go. Thank you for all your kind words, and so many people have reached out and been totally lovely, and thank you all very much. I'm going to show you some cross stitch. Not been a huge week, but I have been stitching. Last week I stitched, this is last week Wednesday to Wednesday, bear in mind Thursday and Friday I was down in Liverpool with only my tiny modernist Sal with me. So 4,336 stitches Wednesday to Wednesday last week, which gives me a year to date of 58,147. I already gave you my total for February because I did my video after that. So yeah, we're looking a bit skinny on them. Oh, I didn't bring one of my bits through. I'll go and get it, it's all right. Well, I maybe won't. I can put pictures up anyway, if I can be bothered to edit. So what have I got to show you? It is 10 to 6. It is light. It's not going to be light for very much longer. So we're going to crack on. We're going to crack on. So I have worked on 324. It is up to date for me until yesterday. So Richard has been in hospital this many days. That's the 6th of February, and this is the 5th of March. So there we go, that many days. It's quite enough. It's quite enough. We are on a long, slow road right now. The occupational therapy people, I don't know where that word came from. The occupational therapy people came and have done an assessment on him and on his brain fuzz and finding words problems that come with his encephalitis. And he scored 11 out of 25. So that gives you a measure of how fuddled his brain still is. But he's very much himself, but just can't ratch words. Jackets became cardigans and doctors are electricians. He knows it's a doctor, and he said doctor today after he corrected himself, whereas yesterday he just said the clever electricians. Today he said the electrician came in, I mean the doctor. So he's learning that the words are wrong, but he knows he's learning what the words should be. So anyway, so 324. I received this one from Wool Warehouse, my little order from Wool Warehouse. This colour here, I'd never owned, never had this sagey green colour before, so now I have it. And this colour here, I apparently didn't own, and now weirdly I have 2 skeins of it because I ordered one from Wool Warehouse because I didn't check it off my list when I bought it, so now I have 2. Which I've never used since I've been cross-stitching for 5 years, six and a bit years. And I've never needed that colour, so that's fun that I now have 2 skeins of it. Never mind. Okay, what else have I done? Things I haven't brought to show you. So my tiny modernist Sal has had quite a bit of work put into it. Last time I filmed it looked like this. And today, in the week, see now I'm giving you week to week numbers. It had 1,084 stitches put into it. It now looks like this, so I need something behind it. So The unicorn, I'm just filling in the second colour in his tail. Now we've got the colours here. I've stitched this bit, this was the colour I was missing. Stitched the toadstool and the bit there. The next part's out, it's this part here. So what I've done is put it on a separate pattern keeper. I haven't uploaded the whole pattern to Pattern Keeper that they sent me. I've just uploaded that page. So like the new part is a separate file in Pattern Keeper, so I can switch between them. So I'm not going to fuss about with percentages and things. I'm just going to count my stitches basically. And sometimes I'll stitch on the new part and sometimes I'll maybe just finish off the old part first. But it's had a good 1,000 stitches put into it since you last saw it. So it's looking quite cute. I really like it. There's a whole pile of stuff to go up above. This fabric is blue, by the way. It's looking very grey. It is blue. These blobby bits here, they're blue, they're not grey. It's just the light at the minute. If I take that off there and let the light shine through, that's a better representation of the fabric. So I've done some stitching into there, and I did indeed start on my pointed fifth. I think I took a photograph of before I started stitching on it, where I put the Q-snap. And basically what I have done is I finished off. There was a bird here, and I might have stitched him. I think I stitched this big long leggy bird and the little bird on his back to finish off this one here. And I've nearly stitched in this one here. There is a bird here, and I've got to fill in the horse. This is difficult because there is a page break all the way along here, and because it's a long dog sampler in Pattern Keeper, it took out two lines of pattern. So you can see here, look, you can see it really clearly here. That one I fixed, that one I fixed, this one I didn't. So I've stitched here, and you can see we're 2 lines adrift here. Whereas these ones I've learnt to space these out evenly. So when I got to the line, I went into the PDF and stitched the horse correctly, and this bit here is correct, rather than, because the horse didn't have, he was, this part of him, his eye was just, it was the line where his nose is and the line below his eye is missing in Pattern Keeper. So I've stitched it from the PDF because there's plenty of space above him to you know, to fit, for him to fit, and that's all I do really, is I just kind of fudge it up. So pointed fifth so far has had 1,002 stitches, so we are 1/5 of the way there with pointed fifth. I knew I'd stitch on that one quite a bit straight away. I find it irresistible. So I've got 1.5 of these. To finish off this line altogether, I need to finish this, stitch this one and stitch this bit, and then I'm going to come over the other side, over this side here, and I'm going to stitch down, and I'm going to find that bottom corner and use all my colours, use all the colours right to the bottom. So that's what I'm going to do, but I think I might finish off the 823 or 12 first in these before I do that. We'll see how I feel. Okay, another of my Whip Go goals was to finish 3 of the 6 bugs that I started in Flossmas 2024. So first on the list, I wasn't choosy, just first on the list I picked, first in my Pattern Keeper list was the wasp. And I took a photo of it when I pulled it out. I'm pretty sure if I didn't, I'll find a photo of it, and it looked like that. And it took 1,394 stitches, and the wasp is finished. This is what they look like. Isn't that brilliant? Isn't that good? So that's one finished, so I need to finish 2 more off. So what I've done is I've looked at all the amount of stitches left to stitch of each one, because 3 bugs is still in my Whip Go for a different month. So I've picked the one with the least amount of stitches, which is the spider, the one with the most amount of stitches, which is the butterfly, to go next time, which leaves me 3. So the middle amount of stitches I've put in with the second 3. Can't remember which that's going to be the, which one is it? Which ones are they? Mine's gone blank. It's the dragonfly. The dragonfly's so it's going to be dragonfly, spider and butterfly are going to be in the second 3. So whichever finished 3 bugs comes out when it's called, that'll be the 3 I finish. So I'm going to finish the ladybird and the bee in this rotation. So it's going to be the 3 little flyers. So the bee, the wasp and the ladybird will get finished in this whip go rotation. Might not be March, but it will get finished in this rotation because that's the next lot of stitches. So we're looking at around about 2,500 stitches to finish the other 2 each. So this one was quite easy finish. As I say, it was 13. Oh, hang on, what's written there? 1,300. It was 1,400 stitches. 1,394 to finish it. Very happy with it, and I think it's really pretty. A couple of these little white dots might be 1 stitch off here and there, but I'm not going to break my heart over that. It's absolutely lovely. Very pleased to have one finished. So this, just to give you a contrast of what they look like before you put all the roundy bits on, that's the spider. So he will also be completely finished in, like with all these little bits and bobs. And now I've got one done, I can measure and I can order a pack of hoops, because these are going to be hoop finished, and I'm just going to paint the hoops. I'm going to pick a colour, probably the teal, because I always pick teal, don't I? And paint all the hoops up, and then they're just going to get hoop finished and put up on the wall somewhere. My 6 bugs. So 1 down, 2 to go. Not a whip go goal finished yet, but 1/3 done. I've done 3, 2, 4. I've done that one in there. So I think we might just be treasure hunt bookshelf, which I haven't moved the Q. I moved the Q snap a little bit, but last time I filmed, it was here. I've put in 550 stitches in the week, Wednesday to Wednesday. Well, it's like Thursday to Wednesday. And it now looks like this. What I've been doing is trying to fill in little bits and bobs in this first, this is like page 1 into, I think this bit here is page 2, and then the one below there down here. So I've been trying to just fill in bits and bobs, but I'm trucking along. It's like 30 stitches in one colour and then 55 in another, and then I can come and do some 939 and put in a couple of hundred. It just depends how it's going and how it's coming along. Well, I just had a little look then, the lights that I bought, and they hang from the wisteria, are actually coming on, because we're coming on for spring. They come on in the twilight, little tiny LEDs. It just suddenly caught my eye that my little balloon has just switched on. There's a little faceted. I got it from Aldi last spring. All the garden stuff's just in this week actually, on special buys. It came in today. Got loads of people coming in buying garden stuff. But it's solar powered, so it's just cutting in and out now at twilight. It's the first time this year I've seen it on, because it's been getting dark so quickly. It's really mild today. It's not chilly at all in the conservatory. It is 22 degrees in the conservatory. I was wondering why it was so blooming warm. Oh, it's been nice today. We're meant to have a nice weekend. I've got a bit of house tidying up to do today, because occupational therapy will come and do an assessment before he is allowed to come home. So I have to prove that he is coming home to a tidy, safe house. However, there's been me and 2 girls living in it for a month, so it's a bit messy. So I need to sort it out. And the conservatory is particularly bad, because this is my craft stuff and is a lot of overspill. So I'm going to see if I can get this sorted so the sofa's all clear for him, so he could just roll in and just flop on the sofa, watch the telly while I work over there. Done some work on that, so that's my stitching. Not a great deal done, but I'm looking forward to doing more stitching. So I have update from the world of long dog planning. It's starting to get dark now, as you can see. The big my very bright 1100 lumen light is on, which is why I'm looking either deathly pale or slightly strange. I cannot. So I've had another thought theory. I got my order from Wool Warehouse. Here is my purple, looking fantastic. Here is my purple sulky. Yeah, my purple sulky is perfect. My purple sulky is the same colour as the very darkest dunked dyes. Obviously it is purple. It probably looks a bit black right there, but it is purple, and it is number 1197, 12 weight sulky. So I went to my sewing shop in Carlisle today and got a 12 weight Aurifil, which is shiny, but it's 12 weight. Perfect. So here is my turquoise sensation, and it's slightly green tone, as are the beads, slightly green tone. I'm wondering whether I'm brave enough to get the tealy green and over dye this again with tealy green to make it slightly green toned. I need it kind of that colour, the green, rather than the bright turquoise, I think, to make the beads match, to make the Aurifil work. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter, because they're going on there anyway, and they'll look cracking on that. And then the purple is going on the turquoise anyway. So I don't know if I'm going to be fussed with it, because the purple's going on there. I'm still fustling about, but I think that might be good enough. I think it might be good enough. I think I really like this turquoise. I don't know if I want to make it tealier, but that's what I've got. I've got a small quantity of beads. I can easily order many more of these, but I didn't want to order too many in case they were wrong. I've got my order from them. I can just reorder a bigger bundle of those. Not sure yet. It's not going to be completely beaded. It's going to be mostly stitched, and some bits will be beaded, I think, just to give it a bit of contrast and texture. I'm really looking forward to getting going on them though. But it's not a project for right now. I've got lots of other things I need to be doing right now. So what else do I need to be doing right now? Well, I need to be making things, and I need to open a Shopify shop so that I can put up a thing on Instagram and I can link my shop. And I can put a link in my eBay, not eBay, in my YouTube videos. I can put a shop now link, so you can click that and it'll take you to my Shopify. This is the sort of thing I need to be able to do. I've been having, obviously, Richard will not be going back to work. If ever. We don't know. He might be, I think he's going to probably be legally blind, which means he can't drive a car. At the moment, I would say he is 98% blind. He's got some, when he's nice and awake, he has some light and dark perception. He can sometimes see his fingers. He put his hand up to the side of my face because he could see his hand, so he put his hand up to my face and he said he could see the side of my face, but not the outline. We're talking outlines here. So it is going to improve a little bit. He did say the room was very bright today, and I said, well, isn't that wonderful? It's much better than being in the dark. It is getting dark as we speak. By the way, I'm going to be talking to you in the dark in a minute. So it is improving, but we've got a lot of things to sort out because we live in a very big house with a mortgage. So there's a problem there, but we'll see how this all works out. So basically, for the nuts and bolts, day to day, I work full time. I am quite happy to pay the mortgage, but I can't do that at the moment. So we need to go and speak to them and see what can be done about it all. So I'm happy to knock my pan in and work. You know, I work all the time anyway, so, you know, I'll do whatever we can. I'm blurbling. I need to open a Shopify shop. Long story short, I've pulled all my Eastery, springy fabrics. I'm going to cut out bags. I'm going to make bags. I've got a whole pile of new stamps. I'm going to make a huge new pile of stamp needle minders. If I can find my packs of wood, I'm still looking around for them. I've got 2 packs of the wood I use in this room. Could I find them? I could not. Needle minder of the month is done, unbelievably, care of Maddie. So if you're in my Needle Minder of the Month club, you are getting an absolute treat in March. And I literally squealed when I saw it. So Maddie has contributed. And all I need to do is actually turn them into the needle minders. So the invoices for those will go out on time this month. For the first time in like 6 months, they'll go out on time. So that's a good one. And I'm going to make things, lots of people have asked if they can help a little bit, you know, and I am very, very loath to accept because I'm very proud. All I will say is that my PayPal is exactly the same as my email. So that's, you know, that's all I can say. And I don't even want to say that. I would much, much rather sell people things. Here, have this item that you will enjoy, and then that helps me. That's where I am. I'm also actually considering, for the first time ever, because my circumstances have changed so much, monetizing my YouTube, because YouTube put adverts in anyway. It's unavoidable. The only thing at the minute is that YouTube gets the money for the ads. I can set it so that it does not put an advert in the middle of the video. So I'm considering that. I was going through the process, and you know what? I was just like, can't press the button, can't proceed. I don't really want to, but you know, I think I'm at the point where I need to not be so proud and accept that a little bit of help is helpful. We're going to need a lot of help from the RNIB, the Royal National Institute of the Blind. The lady will come out and see us when Richard gets home and have a good chat to her. And with me, once I know all the money is organised, I will be fine. I will care for him and love him, and we will get him to work the best amount of vision and brain cognitive use that we can. I'm all in. I'm all in with him. I always have been. So, and he knows that, and I think for him that's a good thing to know. He said several times to me that we need to get married as quickly as possible. So we probably will. Hopefully he'll have some vision back before we get to that. But yeah, so it's we're on a bit of a trajectory at the moment. So when he gets home, when we get the all clear and I can go and collect him and bring him home, once everybody leaves us alone, we're going to have an assessment for this and assessment for that and outpatients for this and visits for that. Once all that's done, it'll just be me and him again, which will be lovely. But projecting forwards into next week, when we believe he will be discharged, I have got emergency days booked off. My work have been fantastic. Honestly, anyone who's at a bit of a loose end that wants a job that is clock in, yes, you knock your pan in. I work really hard. You've all met me. And then when you finish your work, you clock out and it's gone. I'm only a store assistant, but it's perfect. If anyone wants a job like that, please consider Aldi. They are a superb company. They have been so amazing with me. And it might have quite a lot to do with my particular store and them being very flexible. It might be due to the fact that I always turn up, I always do my hours, I always want extra hours. I'm always asking if I can stay and work more, and can I work more, and can I do this, and can I work? So that might have affected the fact of how nice they've been to me, because I'm not just constantly taking time off. I haven't dropped a shift this whole time. I've gone early a couple of times. I've started an hour late on Sunday, and I've had to visit that sodding hospital twice sometimes in my shift, and I can clock off, go, come back, clock in and carry on. And in that way, they have been amazing with me, and I'm very, very appreciative, and I will be completely loyal. That's it, you know. They've been wonderful with me. I will just do my hours and work my ass off for them because they've been brilliant with me. So I'm going to have some days. I'm going to try and get a whole pile of bags and pouches cut out and some little Eastery bits and pieces made, and that hopefully will signify the launch of my little Shopify shop, because I would much rather sell you guys things. I really, really, truly would. I just do. That's just how I am. And I'm kind of on the fence with the YouTube, and I know I'm not going to make much. I know that. I know it's not going to be much, but I'm thinking it would be silly not to do it if it helps, because basically all the help at the moment is good. And I don't think anyone would criticise me for monetising now, because I just need that little bit extra at the moment, because we are going to be in quite a dire situation, I think, when all this washes out. But we're not the first people to ever been in this situation ever. You know, this happens to people all the time. Massive life-changing accidents, car accidents, illnesses, hit you like a ton of bricks, changes your life. And it happens. We're not the first. We won't be the last. Every time you see that the motorway's closed and the air ambulance has been down, you think that somebody's life changed completely. Whole family probably, with the fallout. Changed their lives just like that in an instant. And basically Richard was in an instant. He went blind in an afternoon. It wasn't even overnight. In an afternoon he saw me, and then he said it was getting very dark in the room. By the time I visited him in the evening, he said he couldn't see anything at all. And that was it. And that might be it. I'm unbelievably optimistic that we are going to get some vision back, because he can see little bits and pieces with just his right eye. His left eye's got more issues, but his right eye's hanging in there, I think. I think the right eye's going to be pinning our hopes on. So, Maddie's finished. I never gave you the update last week. Maddie got her job. She is now a week into her job. She is transcribing interviews, which will be used in court documents. So it's useful. She types like a demon. Her grammar and comprehension, and you know, that's all absolutely top notch. And she got her job. She went down, she had her day of training, she brought all her gear back, and she logs in the morning and she does all her transcribing, and then she logs out in the evening. And I think she just finished now actually, so that's 6:15, so she's obviously had a long one to do tonight and got it finished. She's just got up from the table there, so she's really happy, and that seems to be really good and good for her. Blooming brilliant for her. I'm so pleased, because, you know, the coffee shop was not fulfilling her wildest dreams. It did buy her an amazing printer and scanner for her artwork. She too is contemplating the side hustle of a small shop to sell prints and cards, and she's still churning out pictures. So there's that too, and if anything will go small enough to be on a needle minder, they might show up in my shop, because it's more niche. My stuff's a little bit more niche than general pretty artwork. We're a little bit more niche here in our little community, aren't we? So anyway, I'm going to try and get that sorted when I've got this chunk. It's going to be 5 or 6 days I'm going to have off, you know, to get him used to walking around his own house, knowing where he is, which he knows where he is, but you know what I mean. And he's not been here for over a month, so probably forgot what his own house is like. Anyway, guys, we're positive. Still almost no sight, but we're positive. We're aiming for discharge, get home, and then just recuperate, really, while we chug through all the nuts and bolts and try and sort everything out. But that'll all fall in time. Everything will sort itself out in time, won't it? And I'm going to go and do some stitching, and I will see you all hopefully on Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see if I can manage Wednesday. Might be Thursday. We'll wait and see how I get along. Right, guys, thank you for watching me. I appreciate you all so very much. This is just keeping me together, you know. All of this, all the positivity coming out of all of you is just keeping me together in all of this. Because quite frankly, I'm completely exhausted by it. But we've just got to keep on going, haven't we? We have just got to keep on going. and I will see you next week with hopefully some more really nice stitching to show you. But again, mostly blather today. Bye bye guys.